Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Craft Hoarder over here on YouTube. I am doing a what is this that I'm doing? Paint with me. Paint with me episode. I don't know what episode we're on. I always forget that. What is this? Episode 7? I'm not sure. Anywho. We're doing a paint with me. I am working on a Costco kit that is one of those 3-panel canvas kits. And I haven't done much diamond painting lately. I feel like every time I film, I'm saying that. Tonight is a night where I just kind of need to like decompress and kind of get my brain back into motivation mode. I've been super busy. How are you? Let's start there. Let's say, hey, I hope y'all are doing good. I am doing well. I'm still in this sling thing, so I'm still doing everything with my left hand, and I am going in, what is it, next week? It's next week that I go in and find out whether or not I can take this thing off, which I am going to be super excited about. To be able to have my hand back again, that'll be so nice. I have so much work that I have been doing for the soap company, and I'll tell you what, making soap one-handed and it's not your dominant hand is kind of hard. It's kind of hard. A lot of things are kind of hard, and if you happen to hear my munchkins in the background, they are currently running around the house screaming and roaring like dinosaurs and chickens, apparently. So yeah, sorry if you catch that in the background. Come on, straighten up. Oh, and then it wants to get stuck. Okay, so that's the other problem with diamond painting right now, is that things are not as easy when I'm not left-handed, so I tend to like pull my drills up as I'm trying to stick them down, which is kind of a pain in the behind, but that's okay. So yeah, I've been super busy. We had, let's see, when's the last time that I filmed? I think I filmed it's been a couple of weeks, I know that. And I'm sorry for that. It's been so busy. I have physical therapy that I am doing twice a week. I've got my daughter in occupational therapy. My oldest is in occupational therapy. She's also in speech therapy. Then she goes to school. And I have been doing tons of stuff for the soap business. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. And I think that's why I kind of need to decompress a little bit. I've been getting a lot done, and it's all stuff that needs to get done. But some of it's been a bit of a headache. Like, I'm currently under development for a website for the soap company. It's measoap.com. And I am working on getting photos to them right now so that we can find, whoop, come on, stick, dang thing. Working on getting photos to them so that we can finalize that and get it up and running. I have a show that I'll be at in June On June 21st is our first show, craft bazaar, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. So I'll be doing that. So I've been trying to prep my inventory because I had to redo my whole inventory system. And that took quite a while because I am really bad at keeping track of the paperwork part and staying caught up with it. So I had to play catch up, and then it wasn't making sense the way I had it, so I redesigned it. It's so much easier now. I've got everything coded and run into my computer, and it's all talking to each other now, and it's working wonderfully for me now. So that's been a process. And then we had Mother's Day. So happy belated Mother's Day, moms out there and ladies. Kind of a ladies' day, isn't it? Not really like just for moms. It's kind of like just a ladies' day. So happy Mother's Day. We have my fiance did the most amazing thing for me on Mother's Day. I was not expecting it at all. I got this package in the mail from him that had a beautiful card in it. And he's got jewelry that he makes. And that's part of his business. And he gave me a beautiful necklace. So thank you. I love it and I wear it all the time. And I wasn't expecting that, and it was very sweet of him that he did that. My mom is the one that usually makes sure that something happens for me on Mother's Day, and the kids are still really young, so they're not responsible for any of that, right? They're still in their toddler years. So it was very sweet of him to do something, and yeah, I love that so much. And then we have Father's Day coming up this next month. So I am trying to figure out what to get my dad. He's a tough one. He's a tough one to shop for. My dad is tough. I gotta get him a card from the kids, of course. Yeah, I don't know. He's a tough one. He is a tough one to shop for. My fiance is easy. I've already got him taken care of. My dad, on the other hand, that's gonna take some thinking. Anyway, so that was fun, though. The family came over and barbecued over here, and it was really awesome that I was not responsible for anything this year. I'm usually the one that like plans everything, does all the shopping. I try to do most of the cooking, and then of course I'm left with all the cleanup. And this year didn't have to do that, so that was really cool. I don't mind doing that stuff. I kind of like planning everything and putting everything together. It's nice to not have to do it once in a while. So that was cool. Dad came over, lit up the barbecue. My mom was sick on Mother's Day, so that was kind of a bummer because she was going to come over and join us. And that just, oh my goodness gracious. Stick. Part of the problem is that I have brand new glue dot in this. So it's really, really sticky. And then I'm not quite getting the right amount of pressure when I'm putting down, because I'm putting down with my non-dominant. So it's kind of awkward. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So my mom got sick on Mother's Day, which was a bummer for her. So I didn't actually end up seeing my mom on Mother's Day. But my grandma came over. My grandma on my dad's side, who we call Nana, she came over. My brother has been living with me while I'm in recovery for this surgery. And he's been a lifesaver. It's been good having him around. You know, we have our moments because we're siblings, and we're adult siblings. Makes it even better, right? So we have our moments, but for the most part, you know, it's been great having him here to help with the kids, because I am not allowed to do much of anything with them still. I have my youngest is in the process of potty training, as is my oldest. My oldest is special needs, so she is taking a bit longer. She's taking her time. She's getting it though. She is getting it, and that's a hard thing for kids to really get the hang of. So they're both still in diapers and pull-ups, and I'm not allowed to like change them or anything yet. I can't put any weight or pressure on the tendons in that shoulder, so it's been kind of all my brother, and it's been kind of hard for me to sit back and take a back seat to things, but you know, that's okay. I've got the company I've been keeping up with, so, and I go out and hang out with them and do the best I can with it. You know, it's just, there's certain things that it's hard, you know. I'm used to being everybody's person, and now I'm the one that's in the need for people, which is not a familiar place for me to be in. So I'm a recovering people pleaser. Yeah, it's been a process. So thankfully I have my awesome therapist that I talk to. What is going on out there? My goodness. You know what? I need to check on this because I hear somebody crying, so I will be right back. Okay, so that was, I don't know if you could pick that up in the background, but that was my toddler freaking out because my youngest freaking out because she wanted the blanket that her sister had. So, anywho, I totally lost my train of thought. So I have my therapist that I've been seeing, which has been awesome. He has been helping me cope with things and do it in a healthy way where I'm not like losing my damn mind on people, because yeah, it's just been a process. And then my fiance is amazing. I can talk to him about anything, and he's so good. He's so good. He's such a good man. So good to me. So that's been awesome. And yeah, just really like focused on all this business stuff, and my diamond painting has so taken a back seat. Tomorrow I have a meeting for the company. I have pictures that I still need to finish and get sent off to the designers. I've got more soap to make, so it's just been go, 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 go. So even though I'm down with one arm, I'm not completely out of it. I'm not completely out of action, so that's been, which is good because I started getting a little stir crazy. I healed to the point where I can actually drive myself. Even though I'm in a sling, I'm safe to drive. Okay, let me put it to you this way. So I have someone who's been up to this point, like driving me around. And I think I mentioned this last time where she's like getting, come on, get off of there. Where it's getting like really scary to ride with her. And I think a lot of it has to do with like when there's someone in the car with her, she just can't help but talk. And she's not real great at like multitasking, so driving and talking is not necessarily the best idea for her. She tends to get very easily distracted, and it's not always in the safest manner. So I healed to the point where I can actually drive myself, which has been awesome. That has been hugely helpful to me. Keeping me, excuse me, I need to drink water. Being cooped up all the time is not fun. So being able to drive has given me a little bit of my freedoms back. And I am much safer as a one-handed driver than she is as a two-handed driver. So that's been so nice. So yeah, I've just been go, like nonstop. All the appointments and all the stuff with the company. And I just haven't even touched this since the last time I filmed, which it's been a couple of weeks. I try to stay good about like doing a filming and having a video out every 10 days, and that has not happened in the last couple months because everything that's been going on, and then the surgery, and it's been hectic. So I do apologize for that, and I will get back on schedule. Right now I do the best I can with the time that I have. So thank you for sticking around, and thank you for being so patient. I do appreciate your support. It means a lot to me, so thank you. Well, that spot's not sticky at all. What did I do? Touch my glue to it? I think I did, because this is like not... Okay. We're gonna have to fix that, because there's nothing sticking there. So I have this, I don't know if I need to shake this or not, but I'm gonna give it a good shake. There we go. Diamond painting adhesive. And it's kind of like, Eileen's, Tack-It? Eileen's tack glue. I'm not sure how to say that, but it's just this real fine glue. And I know I got some on the top of those drills, but that's okay. It'll dry clear. It's just this real thin, watery glue, and it dries with kind of like this tackiness to it to get those drills to stick where they need to stick. So I don't know what happened to that spot, but it's like, I mean, you could see that, well, I don't know if you could see, but I could see that it was like even got like this matte finish to it instead of the shiny glue finish. So I don't know what happened there, but something touched it and it was not wanting to take any drills. So put a little dab of that down, let that dry, and that'll fix that. And no worries. I do like that stuff. You know, I didn't actually have to use it until, because I've had it for, I think it's been over a year now that I've had that same bottle like sitting on my desk, and I just used it for the first time when I was doing the Autumn Wolf family, because my youngest took her lollipop covered fingers to my canvas that was exposed and got a bunch of like fuzz and lollipop residue and just yuckies stuck to it. So I had to clean the canvas off with a baby wipe, which of course removed most of the stick. And there was like this section that just, no matter what I was doing, it wasn't going to stick. So that was the first time I had to use it. And then I just had to use it now for the second time. So good to have on hand, because even though you don't think you're going to need it, you never know. I don't know if that particular spot was like a manufacturer mess up, or if it was because I touched my glue down to the, I don't know what it was. Anyway, it'll be fixed in it. So no big deal. No big whoop. Come on. Oh, gee, come on now. Squeeze in there. There we go. So I haven't even really had a chance to like watch any of my series or anything. I've been so tired at night. Like, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and going to bed at like 11:30 is usually the latest that I'm up. And it's pretty much nonstop all day long, from the moment I get up to the moment I go, like, just collapse exhausted into my bed. So I haven't even really been watching anything. I have been falling asleep to my book. I am on, so because I've been falling asleep to it, I'm not like active listening to it, so I have to keep repeating chapters. What am I on? I'm still on book 1. I did the prequel already. I'm on book 1 of the 14 book series. So I guess if you count the prequel as book 1, then I'm actually in book 2 or some, I don't know however you figure that. I'm listening to the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan again, because I that's one of my all-time favorite fantasy series. One of the, and I have to say one of them because I'm a fantasy series nerd. Like, there's just so many good ones. So I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. I would say, like, the Wheel of Time series is probably up there in, like, my top 5. And you know what? I'm going to put it in my top 2. Like, that, it's that good. It's in my top 2. I love it. I love it so much. So I'm re-listening to that again because I needed something that's kind of like familiar that I can just kind of zone out and fall asleep to, because if it's, for me, I don't know how many of you guys have this issue, but if I am reading a book or listening to a book or watching a movie or watching a podcast episode or something, if it's something I have not seen before, and I have to have background noise when I sleep. So if it's not something I have seen or listened to before, It does not matter. I can be so tired that look at that. That's almost dry already. I'm actually just going to go ahead and stick a dot on that spot and let it finish drying that way. I can be so tired that I'm seeing double. But if it's something that I have not listened to or watched before, my brain does not allow me to go to sleep until it's finished. So this meant that when I was a kid and Harry Potter came out, I was that kid that was standing in line at midnight waiting for the next book. And when I got my hands on that book at midnight, because that's when all those book releases were, I would go home and proceed to read an entire book before school, which means that I was not sleeping. And if I couldn't finish it before school, I took it to school, and I would walk from class to class with my nose in a book. Or I was also that one that in PE, I would rather read a book than participate. So sometimes I finished it in PE. It just depended on how much I wanted to fight with that teacher that day. Yeah, that was me. So lately I've been needing like zone out stuff, and because my brain works like that, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if might be my OCD kicking in a little bit there. I don't know what it is, but you know, it's something. I have to finish it. I have to have a satisfying conclusion no matter how tired I am. If I am interested in it, I have to finish it before I will be allowed to sleep. So I've been needing zone out books. So I've been re-listening to things that I've already listened to or already read. Because I need the sound, and I need to be able to sleep. So that's what I'm listening to right now. I'm not really watching anything because I just haven't been able to. And you know what's funny? Like, music wise, I have been listening to, this is going to sound so weird because I am not, nor have I ever been, nor will I ever be a part of the U.S. military. I have a lot of love and respect for every soldier and veteran out there. Thank you for your service. Memorial Day is coming up. Thank you for your service, and thank you for coming home. If you're home, and if you're not home, prayers be with you. Anyway, so I have actually been listening to military running cadences for like my music lately. Kind of strange. Not really sure why, but kind of the thing I'm into right now. Yeah, I don't understand that one, but it's kind of my jam. So that is what I'm listening to as far as music goes. Leave some comments down below. I want to know what other people are listening to or watching or reading or any of those things. Just let me know, because I'm always on the search for new stuff. New books, new good books, new series, all those things. I'm always on the search for it. And I always say that I'm going to watch all of these things. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I don't. My fiance is a major movie nerd. So he's like the way I am with books and like music is the way that he is with movies. So he has a collection of like, I don't know, 1,000 or something movies that he owns. I mean, it's a pretty big collection that he's got. And I think I've talked about this before. Him and his daughter can actually hold an entire conversation in nothing but movie quotes. and have it make sense. Which I find hilarious. And I love that about them. I think it's wonderful. So he has been recommending all kinds of movies to me. And I've watched some of them. I kind of forget about movies, honestly. Like, if I have a spare moment, I kind of just forget that I should just turn a movie on. I did make myself do that a couple of times the last couple weeks. Because part of me is like, I think part of it is like, I can't sit still for that long without like feeling guilty about not being productive. So I'll do things like knit or crochet during a movie, which is not really like, if it's a movie you've never seen before, I mean, kind of hard to concentrate on the movie sometimes. Now for me, I'll do like easy projects where I don't really have to look at it, so it's easier, but you still end up missing stuff. Like, let's be real. You still end up missing stuff. At least I do. So, and it kind of bothers him when I do that. And I get it. It's because I'm not really like relaxing and just sitting there and enjoying like having some time. I have to be productive at all the time, and that's something I'm working on, like, because I don't. Everybody deserves a break, right? So I did make myself sit down and actually like pay attention and not be diamond painting or not be crocheting or not be knitting. Well, right now I can't crochet or knit, but I can diamond paint during movies. But I haven't been doing that when I've been watching movies lately because I actually want to sit there and enjoy the movie. And that's really hard for me to do, I've noticed. It's really difficult for me to sit still through an entire movie not doing anything productive. So I've actually made myself do that a few times. And I've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it. It's been kind of nice. And I'm watching stuff that is not my typical go-to like movie genres. I think, like, what would you classify what I watch as? So I'm really big into horror flicks and series. Like, I love my true crime stuff. I love my horror stuff. I love the serious drama stuff. And I really enjoy comedies, but I never watch them. And those are the types that I've been going for, is like something that's more light and lighthearted. And I've actually found myself really enjoying that. It's not something that I typically do. A little bit out of my comfort zone when I do that. So, but I'm enjoying it. It's nice. It's nice to step out of my box every now and then. Kind of cool. So I am, just enjoying the time that I'm getting with the kids, because I almost feel guilty about it because it's so much less demanding on me right now, because there's so much that I have to be cautious of, and there's not a lot that I can do as far as like changing them and getting them up on the potty and lifting them up and getting them put in the car seats, and that kind of stuff is on somebody else because I can't. So I feel like my time with them is a little less demanding. It's been kind of a nice little break. I can't wait to get back to my normal routine though, because I miss being everything for them all the time. But it has been a bit of a break that I think I needed. So yeah, it's been good. Been busy, been productive, been very, very productive with the company. Got all of the legal paperwork and stuff taken care of. So I'm filed with all the right peoples, you know, city, state, fed, all that stuff is taken care of. Right now, the only thing holding me up is my website, and that is something that we are working diligently on. I kind of needed a break today though, so here I am. And I think I'm gonna get this video posted, but I also think that once the kids are in bed, which will be soon, they're currently burning off their breakfast for dinner that we had. I did breakfast for dinner. How many people like to do that? Because every once in a while, I just need breakfast food, and I don't eat real heavy at breakfast times. I'm not a big morning eater. It's kind of just doesn't sit well with me, and I get kind of tired throughout the day when I do eat big in the morning. So I eat really light in the morning. And then just kind of snack throughout the day, and then dinner is my big meal. Which I know, it's not healthy, but, you know, that's just kind of the way it is right now. I don't know. They say you're supposed to have, like, 3 solid meals in a day, and that, like, breakfast is your most important meal, and I know that that's what everybody says, but for me, that's not really how I work. So for me, it's dinner. And occasionally, I just like to have breakfast for dinner. So tonight we had eggs and sausage and waffles. And the kids were really excited about having breakfast for dinner. They love breakfast food. Of course, who doesn't, right? So they are currently burning off their waffle energy. But they'll be going to bed here soon. And I think that once they do, I had intentions of making more soap tonight, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm not very motivated right now. So I think instead I'm going to film another unboxing for you guys, because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 kits that still have cellophane on them, which means I have not unboxed them. So I think that's it. 10. So I'm probably going to film another unboxing video when they go down, and I do it in a different place than I do these. This is kind of in my quiet space, but it's much smaller. So I have to go out to my big dining room table so you guys can actually see it. Because if I tried to do it in here, it would be ridiculous. I did that one time, and it did not do the painting any justice at all. So I don't tend to do them back here in my workspace. So once I get settled down, I think I'll do 1 or 2 of those. Depends. I'm pretty tired today. Did a lot of running around today, and I've just had a lot on my mind lately, so I'm just kind of tired. I haven't been as productive as I wanted to be today. But I guess that's okay, because I've been working my butt off pretty hardcore lately. So, and literally because I'm starting to lose weight, and I'm doing it in a good way, so that is good. I'm not saying, I mean, I'm not always the healthiest when I try to lose weight. I do like really terrible for you diets and stuff, and it's terrible, and it never works. And my fiance is a fitness guy. He is a Marine vet, so of course he's a fitness guy, right? And he's medical, Army combat medic, so he's very knowledgeable. And he's kind of not happy with what I've been doing, and I have been changing what I've been doing because it's not healthy. So this time I am doing things in a much healthier way. I'm feeling better than I normally do because of it, so that's good. And I'm seeing some results, so that's even better. I like that. So I'm starting to finally go the direction I want to go in, and it's in a good way. So that's good. All good things there. And staying so constantly busy is quite literally working my butt off. So there you go. That is a good thing for me. So I have never worked with these crystal drills before. This is the first kit that I've actually worked on them with, and I'm kind of having, I mean, I love these. I think they're so pretty. But I'm kind of having an issue when it comes to placing. Is there a trick to this, guys? Let me know. Is there a trick that I should be doing? Because it feels, it's almost like when your AV drills, like if you have brand new wax or glue in your pen and you're working with the AV drills and they stick more to the pen than they do to the canvas. This is kind of what this is feeling like. So is that a similar trick? Should I make sure my pen is more dirty before I try these? I feel like I have to press harder, and I don't feel like they're quite as secure. So let me know. Is there something I need to know about this? Any tips and tricks when it comes to crystal drills? Those of you who have done crystal drills, please let me know. Also, if anybody has some small space ideas for an L-shape desk, there is a lady in one of my Facebook groups who is reaching out for help. And I kind of showed her what I had set up, and then she showed me that it's an L-shaped desk. And I've been kind of racking my brain a little bit trying to figure like how she could make something work in there that's like where you can roll your canvas up for like the larger projects. But it's the L shape is such an awkward shape. Oh, don't do that. Definitely don't try to do that yet. So if anybody has any ideas, let us know down in the comments, and I will pass the word on if she doesn't see this. Because yeah, I told her if I ran into something, I would send it her way. I have not been as active on social media. I have not been. I started the craft hoarder group and then got so caught up in everything that I haven't really even posted in there. So if you guys are members of that, I do apologize for that. And I do promise that I am going to work on that and being more regular with that. I have just been so busy with the company that I haven't had much time for anything. I haven't even been on social media much at all in like the last couple of weeks, especially. So bear with me, guys. It's gonna, once this site is finished and up and running, things will smooth out for me a little bit, and I can kind of catch back up on things. I know I have some things that I am going to post up for sale in that craft hoarder group. And yeah, I'm going to try to get back into like the long events. Some of the events that I did this last year were a little bit too short for me in the time that I had. I was going to school. I have my daughter's needs to take care of. Single mom, so that's a lot of time right there. It's starting up the company, all those things. So I actually joined, I joined up with, I want to say it was like 5 different events last year for diamond painting. And I did one. It was either 5 or 6. I can't remember. And I did one. In fact, for 3 of them are sitting all kit up and ready to start right above where I'm filming right now. Those short events, I can't, it kind of, it almost takes the fun out of it for me. So I don't think I'm going to do any more short events unless it's something that I know I can get done and work on in that time frame. And right now I've just got such a full unpredictable schedule that that's not really a thing. But Summer with the Masters is starting in June. And if you don't know what that is, go check out Katie over at Diamonds and Washi. I'm not a friend of hers. I don't know her personally. I just know that she hosts the event. And she's hosted it for years. I don't know how many. I watch her channel. I like her content. And she's doing Summer with the Masters. And that is a all summer long event. It doesn't require any finishes or new starts. What it does require is old masters work. So, anyway, go check out Diamonds and Washi, or her co-host is Single and Placing. I want to say his name is Anthony, but I'm not 100% positive on that. I don't watch him as much as I watch Diamonds and Washi, so I'm not sure about that. But I think I might join that event this year. Because it's a longer event and I can kind of go at my own pace and it doesn't have a whole lot of requirements in it. Some of the other events that I was doing, it was like short events and you had to get so much of your canvas done, if not the whole thing. And it wasn't feasible, the schedule that I had going. And I don't know why I did that to myself, because it really put a lot of undue stress on me. So I'm not going to do that again. If I'm going to join an event, it's going to be a longer one I can kind of go at my own pace and take my time. So Summer with the Masters is starting up. And then they have another one that's later on, and I don't know when it starts, but it's a fall event. Drills and Chills. So I might sign up for that one too, because I do have a lot of, I'm a big fall person, so I have a lot of fall themed kits. And again, that's a longer event. So not as much pressure. So I might sign up for that too, but I'm not committing myself to anything right now, for sure. But I'm kind of contemplating those, because I do like the events. I do like being part of that. I just, you know, it feels like when I sign up for those shorter ones, something always comes up and then I end up feeling so disappointed that I couldn't even participate before it was over. It always feels like something comes up. So I'm not signing up for any more of the short ones. The longer ones, though, I'm considering. I don't know about the summer with the Masters because I plan on being pretty busy this summer. So I have the first craft show that I'm doing is June 21st. And then the next one that I'm doing is in July. It's towards the end of July. So I have a lot of stock to make and prep for those before I can even really consider joining a diamond painting event, which is why I'm thinking more maybe I might do a Drills and Chills instead of a summer with the Masters, because I'm going to be pretty busy making stock. And then I'll have another event June, July, August, in September or October. I'm not sure the date on that one yet. And I'm reaching out to a couple of other ones to hopefully get in part of that too. So I plan on being very busy this summer. Which means I'm going to be making a lot of soap. And that means I'm not going to have as much spare time for diamond painting. So I may or may not join the Summer of the Masters. It'll probably be a not. But I am seriously considering the Drills and Chills. But if you like doing events, they've been around for a while. They've been hosting these for several years. 5 or 6 years now, I think. They give out awesome prizes. It's fun to be a part of the community, and it's just an all-around fun experience. So if you're into events, I would check those out. And I like those ones because they're longer, they're more relaxed. Like, there's not a lot of rules and stuff with it, so they are fun. So check those out if you're into that. Yeah, these glue dots are so sticky. So this pen, I need to talk about this pen. So I really love Diamond Art Club and all of their stuff. I am an affiliate with them. And if I did not love them, I would not be an affiliate. I'm also an affiliate with Dreamer Designs, but we're talking about Diamond Art Club right now. So with Diamond Art Club, they have some of the nicest metal placers that I've found. I really like especially because like their multi-placers are so thin and they just really grip everything really well. And I like that their single placers are a lot like the, I don't know if I'm getting this on frame, so I'm going to stand up and show that to you. So their single placer tips look a lot like the plastic ones that you get in your kits, with that kind of squared off tip right there. But the whole thing is a solid stainless steel. And they have some that are smooth too, but I really like this because you can really get in between the drills and get it placed exactly where you want. And they just recently came out with this pen. And I love it. I love it. It's shorter than the other pens that I'm used to. So these are some of the pens I use, these longer, thicker ones, and you can see kind of the size difference between the two. Like, it's still a thicker pen. It's not as thick, but it is still thicker, so I can get a good grip on it, but it's a lot shorter. And I feel like I have better control over this size than I do with the bigger size, and it's not as heavy in my hand, which I really like. And the coolest part about this is that these tips are threaded. So they screw in and unscrew. And it makes it really easy to change out tips in the middle of what you're doing without having to get another pen and even have to glue it or something. So their tips that I've used of theirs in the past have not been threaded. Let me find one of theirs. This is a standard Diamond Art Club tip, and it's got the standard like slippery tip so I can put it into other pens. The problem with this is that for some reason their tips don't sit well in my other pens. And it's not just them, it's other companies too. So like this pen right here, I've actually had to hot glue these tips in, and I hot glued them because I can easily break the glue off, but it holds it sturdier. So this is a threaded pen, and let me tell you, this has been a game changer, because not only is it a little bit shorter and it's much lighter, but the fact that I can change out tips, I don't have to worry about my tip ever slipping out or just randomly falling out because it's threaded in there. I can change out my tip to whatever size I want whenever I want. It's been a game changer. I'm loving it. So, and I know that you can find threaded pens on Amazon, Etsy. I mean, all kinds of places have threaded pens. I've just never invested in one because I've never found tips, like metal tips, that I really, really, really liked. Because I really like Diamond Art Club tips. They're very precise, uniform, thinner than a lot of the ones that are on the market, which I really like. So I really love their tips, and I've never really cared to have a threaded pen and have to use other brands of tips. So I've never really tried them. But they came out with a threaded pen, and I'm loving it because I love their tips. I just didn't like the fact that I had to either tape it or glue it in to my pens to get them to stay. I was not a fan of that. But this threaded is a total game changer. I can just work away to my heart's content and not have to worry about anything, and easily change out tips if I want. So I'm loving it. Just thought I'd share that little bit with you. And this Costco kit is actually really quick and really fun to work on. I really like this. I'm definitely going to end up getting more of these, just to have like small pieces to work on, because so many of my pieces are like huge, giant pieces. Because I like my big pieces, but this is kind of a nice little change, having something that's smaller, and I do a lot of squares, and this one is a round, and it's just, I like the novelty of working on a raised canvas versus a flat canvas, and I'm pretty impressed with the quality of this. So yeah, I'm definitely, and it's going really quickly. It's really quick. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm probably going to end up with a couple more of these. Anyway, I think that's about it from me. I have blathered on for quite a while, so I'm going to let you guys go and wish you all a wonderful night. Memorial Day is coming up. thank you for your service. If you've ever been in the service. Father's Day is just around the corner. I mean, I know it's next month still, but it's just around the corner, so keeping busy, doing all kinds of stuff. Business, kids, all that stuff. So yeah, everybody out there, be cool, be kind, be safe, have fun, and peace out.